Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ and welcome to another episode of Let's Build Springfield. Episode 52. Hello. Today we're starting a new project. I always like to call them projects if they're going to take more than 2 episodes. Smaller buildings we can get done in like 1 episode. Slightly bigger houses and stuff might take 2 sometimes. A project is anything that takes more than 2. Last episode, was it last episode? Or recently at least, we built the Duff Beer Brewery. Today we're going to start on the Duff Beer Stadium, the baseball stadium. Now we are located sort of near Moe's, sort of near the Quickie Mart. The residential area is just over there. There's the houses sort of glitchy loading in, but they are there. This is a little bit more out of the way of the rest of the city, like at the town square, but it's still local enough that we can stand out, and it's close enough that we can join roads up and it won't be terribly out the way. We're going to have a road that goes somewhere about this point, down there, this way, because the Duff Stadium is going to be located on the corner of an intersection, okay? Now, I've looked at the picture, and if I remember, I will put the picture on screen around now, if it's not already up. As you can see, we're going to come across a few problems. I can already foresee a few problems. The first problem is that, like many buildings, we've talked about this before, but many buildings in the Simpsons cartoon and on the Simpsons Tapped Out game, both of which we use images and references of to be able to build these buildings as close to as we can in Minecraft, they're actually shrunk. They're smaller. They're more compact to be able to fit into an area. Now, this picture that I'm using here is off the Simpsons Tapped Out game, which people keep asking me if I play. I used to play it. I used to play it a lot. I haven't played it for a very long time. It took up too much of my time, and I was getting too addicted to it. So before I had a mental breakdown, I uninstalled it, okay? But I know a lot of the buildings. I had all the buildings on there, so it was like I completed the game at its point, even though it's now been updated. But anyway, let's get past that. So, if we built it block for block the same, or as close to as the picture, the actual baseball stadium itself would only probably be, I don't know, 5 or 6 blocks wide, probably. Like, because I can see already, if we very quickly, we go to the front here, this is going to be the doors underneath where it says Duff Stadium above. It'll be something like that. There'll be one door there, like that, and then down to there. So there'd be the 2 double doors at the front. And then we have that purple bit that comes down here. We have a red one. Obviously, we're going to use smaller blocks when we do it. And that would be the block on the side. And then this one goes down in this direction. I might make it a little bit bigger, but it'd be like that. And the same on that side. It's not going to quite be big enough. Now, I know a baseball stadium isn't huge. Like the field itself isn't a massive one. I've got like a bug bite on my arm, which is really itchy, which is why I had to stop then. I got bit by a gnat or something like that. Stupid summer season. So anyway, I think the best way to get round this problem is we're going to build the field first, and then build the stadium around it, and just scale the outside up to fit the stadium. It's the pitch itself. Okay. Now we need to come quite a far away from the road because the field gets wider as it goes down, okay? It's like a sort of like a mix between a triangle and a square. I know that sounds really weird, but baseball is not my sport. So if you're from the UK like me, you might not have a clue what a stadium or what a baseball pitch looks like. I've seen pictures of it, and very rarely I see things on the TV about baseball. But for whatever reason, I don't know why, I have nothing against baseball, but for whatever reason, baseball is pretty much non-existent here in the UK. Nobody plays it. I didn't even play it at school. I played similar games, but I didn't play baseball itself at school. I know in America and in other countries, I suppose, it is very, very big. I suppose the biggest one that we have here in the UK is going to be something along the lines of cricket. I think that would be the most similar sport. I don't know if that's going to offend anybody. knowing someone in the comment section, that probably offended someone. How are you comparing cricket to baseball? It's a totally different sport. I don't know. They're both throwing a ball at a bat. I mean, you can't get too much different than that, can you? I'm probably digging myself a hole here. I'm sorry, okay? If I'm offending someone, I do apologize. What I'm trying to say is I had to research and get some Google images up of a baseball field because I have never seen a baseball field in the UK, ever. I don't go out a lot. Maybe that's why. But like, I've never been to one. There's tennis courts and many other sports, but baseball, again, it's not something that we have very much in the British culture. So I had to look at some pictures. It looks, I thought I saw someone then. It looks relatively simple. The pitch itself, what we're doing here is, I shall explain momentarily, but what we have is we have a guy stands here with the bat. If you're in the UK, it's very similar to rounders. We call it rounders over here, and it's a child sport, not an adult sport. The adults version would be called baseball, I suppose. But softball, I think it just uses a slightly softer ball, and there's a few other rules changed. Man, probably offended someone there as well. I'm sorry. So the guy stands here with his bat, and he's like, yep, I'm ready, and smack. And he smacks the ball in that direction, this sort of direction, similar to, it's like cricket, but you can't fire it behind you, I think. I don't know what it is. There's some difference. A guy stands in the middle, and he throws the ball. Okay, he throws the ball at the batter, and then when the guy hits the ball, he goes kapow. He hits the ball, and then he has to run around the edges, and at each edge, at each corner of this diagonal square that we've made is a base 1, base 2, base 3. Okay, and then back to the beginning again. If someone gets all the way around, they get a point. Something like that, okay? So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do exactly the same circle as we done over there, over here. So it doesn't take 2 seconds to fill in. We go like this. Like this. Now, as far as dimensions go, I know some of you are going to be going, what's the dimensions of the baseball pitch? I have no idea, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up in the air. I'm going to stand here for a couple of seconds, and then you guys can count out the blocks if you want to build it yourself. I don't count blocks on camera. I do not pre-test or pre-build anything that we do on this channel. Everything is always done off the top of our heads. Oops, wrong one. Off the top of our heads from reference images and stuff like that. Nothing's practiced at all. So as far as dimensions of buildings and houses and this pitch goes, I just don't know. I have absolutely no idea right now how many blocks it is from there to there. But you guys can work it out. I went up in the sky. You can pause the video. You can count out how many diagonal ones there are, and it'll be nice and easy for you to do. Our next step, okay, so this is step number 1, but the second thing is that there's like a semicircle that runs around from that edge there to that edge there, and it goes out quite wide. Now, what we can do here is we can go down into, like, maybe this hole here. It's going to take a couple of little tests to do. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a hollow cylinder. Wait a minute, what block ID is that? 172. Okay, a hollow cylinder of a dimension, no, out of 172, which is this clay that we're using. We wanted a diameter of maybe 15 and a height of 1. Okay, now that puts in something pretty close, actually, to what we want. So we want to move it back 2 blocks, and we want it 1 block wider. So 2 blocks. If we stand right here, I think this is where we were before. If we undo that, and if we instead change it to 16 blocks wide, as you can see, it lines up perfectly where we wanted it. And now it's just a matter of removing. Hello, phone. Is that 2? Has my phone gone off twice this episode? No, I don't think it has. I think it went off with when I was in a call with Lion. I think I'm safe. Alright, like that. I was literally just in a call with Lion Maker, and I'm pretty sure my phone went off then. Hopefully it's nothing important. I shall check it in a minute. In fact, I could probably check it about now. Now we've got rid of these ones, and down there, that one needs to be removed as well. Do we need to do the same on that side? No, we've done it. Okay, so what I need to do now is just fill in this center part with clay. It's really easy with World Edit. We'll just go like from there to there, set to 172, and just keep doing that in as many places as we possibly can, and it'll fill itself in very quickly. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check my phone, make sure it's nothing important. It's probably just one of you guys messaging me on Twitter, which I will then reply to. and then we can carry on. Okay, sounds good. Sounds great. All right, all sorted and all filled in. We now have the start of a pitch. I think it looks pretty good, actually. I'm quite impressed. I might even stripe the lawn at some point, which won't take long, actually, with World Edit. That'll be nice and easy to do. Okay, so the next part, every stadium or every pitch is going to be slightly different. So if it's not like the one that's near you, don't complain, don't shout at me. It's just what I've seen off Google, and I've just sort of taken inspiration of some of them to be able to do this, because I don't know otherwise. Okay, so the rest of it is all grass, and it's the like outfield. If you play cricket, I think it's probably called outfield in baseball as well. But it's the outfield. People stand around here and they wait to try and catch the ball. Okay, so I don't know how far it's going to come out, but I think what we want to do now is start thinking about the outside. So we've got chairs here and chairs along here that go all the way out to somewhere around there. Now, it's not going to be exactly the same shape as the one of the Simpsons or one of the picture, because of how angles in Minecraft work. We can't quite get as easy, I don't know, angles as what they are here. But what we can do is, what block is that? That's like a, clay. Oops, that's not how you spell clay. I've got this block for the seats, because I thought that was pretty close. This one, there we go, perfect. That'll work out well. Go away, Ray, no one likes you. So, what we're going to do here is the wall of the baseball stadium. I don't think that there needs to be too much grass between this and the wall. It doesn't look like there is on the picture. And obviously we are using the picture mostly for as much inspiration as we can. Let's line that up with that dot there. And that's got 2 blocks between it. So that's lined up with that dot there with 2 blocks between it. And this is going to be the wall that then has the seats elevated on top of it. Now, we probably can get some sort of cool wall in as it goes down. This part on the outside will be it's like a lighter blue part with the red archways in it. There's going to be a diagonal bit here somewhere with a purple one, and then it's blue and red on the front, purple. Yeah, this is going to be tough. This isn't going to be easy to replicate as close, but at least we will hopefully end up with something that looks somewhat like a baseball stadium. Okay, so we're going to come out 4 blocks, I think. And every 4 blocks we're going to come out. That should give the baseball stadium a pretty good shape to the pitch, and will give the stadium a pretty good shape as well. So, I don't know how far we want to come out. Somewhere like there, I think, is probably good. Maybe even a little too big. I don't know how far you hit the ball in baseball. That's something that I'm not sure on. But that looks pretty good. That's actually a really nice, cool shape as well, isn't it? So if we run this down this way. Run this down here. How far did we come out? To about there. And then we went down with the 4 block wides. And every time we came out one. Oops. Like this. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more. Okay, wonderful. Now, luckily, we don't need to actually do this every single time. We can just go from here to somewhere like here, for example. Hit that there. And we can just copy. Let's stand on. We can just stand here, yeah. If we copy and we go up one and we paste like that. Did that not get them all? Oh, no, we didn't. Whoops. Undo. Ooh, lag. We need to come over here a little bit. Like this. Okay, wonderful. Stand here. Copy. Pillar up one. Paste. There we go. And then we can bring the wall up pretty quickly, really. It's not going to take long. And I think we're going to do this probably 4 blocks high. So to there. And then this is where the seats will then start. Yeah, no, that'll be good. So if we now grab, I think I want to do, have we got like another clay block? Yeah, cyan stained clay. It's a little bit more grey. It's got like a bluey grey, but this can go around the edge of this to just make it stand out a little bit more, give the stands a little bit of depth. And I think we're going to run it straight along the front of these, like this. And every so often, we'll probably have a vertical one to make it look like it's got a little bit more strength or something like that. Like this, and then we'll put a vertical one in there, and then they run down there like so. Alright, that looks pretty good. And then the stairs, or the seats, I call them stairs because that's what you use in Minecraft, isn't it? for seats you use stairs. Stairs will go along there. With these, it's going to be really, really easy. I think I'm actually going to use full white stained blocks. I think we need to have some sort of path going in here as well. Maybe if we used stone, just to keep them the same, keep everything sort of uniform throughout the place. I already had a little stone on me. Oh, that's cyan stained clay, cyan stained clay. I thought it was stone. Oh, it's there. Stone. Now, is that too similar? We can put a railing along there. I think that's a little bit too similar. I think if we just stick with that block, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so we need a place for people to walk along, like a pathway for them to walk along so they can then find their seat. And I think 2 blocks wide is probably pretty good. I don't think we're going to need any more than that. How come that one's only 3 blocks wide? Why is that one 3 blocks wide? What have we done wrong? That can't be good, right? Why is that in line then? Does that mean we've done a 3 block wide one there? No. That's definitely too short. Or one of them's too long. Or have we not done this in line? Something isn't lined up. It's this one. This, yeah. The white, if you look at this white dot lines up perfectly with this pillar here. But this white dot lines up with this pillar, and it shouldn't. It should line up with this one. Okay. I'll have to fix that later on. Don't worry about that. Let's forget that. Let's just, how are we going to do this? This is fine here, so we can just work back this way a little bit. So, let's get a little bit of a 2 wide path in. Okay, I'm going to have to do a little bit more just so we can see exactly how far everything goes out. Yeah, so that'll be the 2 wide path that we walk down. And then the seats, I'm just going to play it nice and simple, and I'm going to do the seats like this. Okay, and then on top will be like this. It'll give a really nice effect of stairs, you know, stair seats. But even more so, it is more compact. If we use stairs or slabs, yes, they look more like chairs that you could sit on in Minecraft. The only trouble is that they end up being so wide and so long. And this needs to be quite steep to be able to get all the stairs in. Now, how high we want to go is unknown yet. If we just go up as high as we can before we run out of space, because it's like a pyramid. That's pretty good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of seats. On the picture, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 13, something like that. But I think that's going to be a little bit too big. We might go to like 10 or something like that. That would be good. So if that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Would that be right? Yeah, 9, 10. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty good view as well. So that would be up to there. And we need to know that because we need to know where the outside of the stadium needs to be. So if we're going to get our stained clay back again, this will be the back of the entire stadium, okay? Something like this. And then we can have some like iron railings or something like that runs along the top. It looks like there's some sort of bar that runs along there. And then we need blue. Not that blue. I decided to go with clay. Clay for the parts that look like the light blue color, because the light blue wool in this texture pack is, well, I think it is in vanilla wool, and it just looks a little bit too blue, and I don't like the texture. The grey, however, I think has a very nice texture to it and will go well with the purple parts. Okay, so this runs all the way down here. Is this the right bit? Yeah, we are doing the right bit. Okay, all the way down here. How high are we? We're not got far to go. Something like this. And down, oops, on the bottom here. I don't know how we're doing for time. I think we're going to have to end off the episode pretty soon. But that will run around the outside. Right up until somewhere around here, because we need the blue at the front, or the clay, sorry, at the front here for the doors, okay? And if the doors are going to be 2 blocks wide, let's get the red wool. Door there, door there. I don't know if you can tell what bit I'm doing on the picture. This is like the front, the bit with the 3 windows that are above it. That's the bit that I'm doing right now. So we do this. We might do a better art using Microblocks, but I'm just trying to get the idea in at the moment. This goes above here and above there. And then can we fit 3 windows in here? Oh, of course we can. 3 windows go along there. And then the purple bit should be a slightly different angle to that one. So if that's a dead diagonal, I think what we're going to do is I was going to use this, I think it's light blue, is it? Yeah, it's light blue, but it's like more of a violety purple. If we do every 3 blocks, like that, and then this clay will join up to there, that works out well. And then it gives a little bit more of a sort of rounder look to it. The red door has to go in here somewhere. Like one there, and one there. Again, I'm just sort of putting down the doors at the moment. They probably won't stay like that. I'm pretty sure they won't stay like that. But that'll be like that. And there is only one of them there. And then down the side here, on this blue part, there will be a number of doors. There'll probably be 1 door there. To there. Is that too wide? That looks like it's too wide for me. On the diagonals, it's a little bit different, isn't it? So, something like this. So, that's 2 doors. No, stop it. Something along the lines of that. I'm sure you guys can see where I'm sort of going with it. And then there's going to be another set of 2 doors and another set of 2 doors, and then down this part, which is actually wider than what it is on the picture. That's what I mean about things not being quite scaled correctly in The Simpsons. It'll be the purple part again with another set of double doors on there. It's going to look really, really cool, but it did take a little bit of preparation to get going, okay? I think we can even write, it's going to be big enough to be able to write Duff on the front. I don't know about Stadium, but we'll give it a go. We might be able to get Stadium in there. If you guys enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.